You muted. You muted.
NFL Nation, how you doing? Come on in. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back.
That's right.
And we're joined by my brother. He's back. I know y'all been like, everybody, oh, where's Carlos and BJ? My brother and my sister are here. There they go, live and in the flesh. Everything's doing good. Hey, man, how y'all doing, man?
Man, bless me back, man. Can y'all hear me? Am I good?
We can hear you.
All right, good. Yeah. It's been a long time, man. But thank y'all for being supportive, man. And we're trying to rock and roll. It's a great NFL season so far. And I'm blessed to be part of this. And, of course, college has been awesome as well. So, I mean, they're going neck and neck.
Crazy. It was crazy yesterday, man. Yesterday was the reason, if you love college football, that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
That was just amazing. Top teams going head to head.
It was good.
It was great, man. Atmosphere it was just one of those days you want to just bottle up and just keep. When people ask you about college, why you love college football, you can just pop it open and say, this is why.
Ta-da.
Right here.
Yep.
Loving it. But we're going to pick up where we left off, me and Jeremy. And I'm going to get your thoughts on this contest. Stroud, Love, big game. Personally, like Jeremy said, it should have been a primetime game or even flex. But hey, 12 noon, must-see TV. What's your thoughts about this one?
Yeah, two of the premier teams with the premier quarterbacks. Of course, both those guys were their first-year starters last year in Jordan Love and Stroud, and they both exceeded all of our expectations, and of course theirs as well. So these franchises going up. Packers, it seems like they don't miss on quarterbacks. They keep doing it now, generation after generation. And then we have the Texans, and they're the big dogs of the AFC South at the moment. And it feels like they're not letting that go anytime soon. This is going to be a great matchup. But as far as the Texans go, they haven't really been as great on paper. Mm-hmm. I mean, on the field, this year than last year, or what our expectations of them are going to be. So I'm going to go with Green Bay in this game. They're at home. They're playing some great defense right now. And although Joe Mixon came back from injury and it looked damn good last week, the Packers have a stymied defense that's not going to let Mixon just run all over them like they did against their last opponent. So I'm going to go with the Packers and win this game at home. Jordan Love is going to have another great game. This kid is unbelievable when he's healthy. He is the real deal, him and Stroud, but I'm going to lean more towards the home field advantage in Green Bay. And, of course, the Houston just kind of haven't played a complete game yet, if that makes sense. They haven't. They've won a lot of games. They haven't played a complete game. But when they do find that out, they are going to be a dangerous team. But give me Green Bay in this game.
Green Bay. So it's a clean sweep. We all are going with Green Bay on this contest. Next up, the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This game here is one that, quite frankly, I don't know what to think about this game because I don't know what Miami Dolphins team I'm going to get. What team is going to show up for the Dolphins? Word is that Tua is expected to start throwing this coming week. And as for the Colts, why not just ride with Anthony Richardson the entire season? You have to see what this young man has.
Well, he is starting today. That's the rumor.
Okay.
AR is starting today. But, I mean, he was been injured. He had a hip injury. So, you want to bring him in slowly. You don't want to just rush him in there because that is your quote-unquote franchise quarterback. When he has played, he's looked very well. When he's played, he just has to stay on the field. And you don't want to label anybody injury prone already this early in their career. But a lot of folks out there saying the dude is just injury prone. He needs to learn how to slide or not take those big hits because this isn't college. This isn't high school. These guys are just as big and fast as you. So, yeah, tough. As far as the Dolphins team goes, look, their offense schematics, it takes a long time to learn that offense. It's a lot going on, a lot of verbiage, a lot of motion, a lot of just talking in that offense. Tua has been with McDaniel now for 3 years? Yes. He knows it all. The rest of these guys that come in there as your backup, right? They don't get those reps as Tua gets. And it's very difficult to run this offense. And here's my thing. Here's why I was very, very upset with the Dolphins this year. When they had a chance, it was either Mike White or Skylar Thompson as your backup quarterback. And now, mind you, they say your starter is your more primary position, right? Your important position. Then it's your left tackle. I think after that, it should be who's your backup quarterback, right? That makes a big difference for Miami. So when they announced Skylar Thompson was going to be the backup quarterback for the Dolphins, I was like, yo, did you guys not see this man play in previous years? I mean, come on. So, and you knew that Tua's injury history, there might be a chance that Thompson is your quarterback. It took them one game this year to say, nope, let's get Huntley from the practice squad and he'll be our starter. That doesn't make any sense to me then. Why not just have Huntley as your starter, your backup from the get-go? Didn't make any sense. Anyways, that being said, they are really going to burn this year because this was the year to get them to their destination. This was the year that they were supposed to have everything in place to make it a run in the playoffs. Right now, it's not looking like that with Tua being out, and he could come back for week 8, which is next week. But I don't know. In this game, give me the Colts because I kind of figured the same Dolphins team that lost to the Titans, same Dolphins team that have an issue with everybody else, is going to be the same team against this Colts front four. They'll get after. I guess it's still Huntley that's quarterback, right? So the Colts and the AR. I think AR's making enough plays to win this game. And look, worst case scenario, the Colts are smart. Their backup, Joe Flacco. Boom. Yeah. He can win a game for you. He can win games for you.
He gets the playoffs.
They didn't think like that because AR right now is quote unquote injury prone, same as Tua injury prone. Well, you know that there's going to be a good chance your backup quarterback plays significant minutes or games, and the Dolphins were not prepared to find a better suit than that. And that being said, ruined their whole entire, chances of making the playoffs this year or having a good team this year.
Right, Jeremy, what's your thoughts?
All right, first of all, my bad about the stream. I think I ended it, so apologies on that.
It's all good.
Got to be one of those things. I got to jack sometimes. So here's the thing. My thing with the Dolphins is, why when Tua went down, did nobody pick up the phone? And you're going to think I'm crazy, but hear me out. Pick up and call Ryan Tannehill and say, hey, you want to come back to Miami? A guy that, has connections down there. I think people liked him. I don't think he left in a bad way. Serviceable backup. I mean, like you guys were saying, you got Skylar Thompson. Like, that's the best you got. And then you want to got Tyler Huntley. So you're like, the guy that we have as our backup isn't even good enough to be our backup. So we're going to go find somebody else to be a backup, which blows my mind. I wouldn't entirely agree AR's injury prone per se. I mean, the hit he took isn't like his shoulder or anything. It was kind of like a weird hit. Granted, he hasn't played a lot, but Colts are going to win this game. AR's back. Taylor's still out. I mean, I haven't seen Trey Sermon play particularly well. I'm not super excited about their running back room right now. They haven't done anything to impress me as far as that goes, but the Dolphins are a mess. I mean, I agree. This was their year. This was the year they were supposed to compete and have the opportunity to potentially take that next step, win the AFC East, possibly go to a Super Bowl. And the minute Tua went down, all hopes were dashed. I think the other thing is I think he just needs to walk away while he's still somewhat healthy at this point. That's the other thing. But not Colts for me. Anthony Richardson's back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we lost Jeremy right quick. So Jeremy, before we lost him, say he's going to go with the Colts in this one. In this contest, the Dolphins bring the number 5 defense in. The Colts bring in the 30th ranked defense. So one player to watch today, 2 is going to be Raheem Mostert and Devine A-Chain. But I don't know if A-Chain cleared concussion protocol to play.
I think he did. I saw on FanDuel they had some stats for him. So
so it looks like he's clear. He's cleared. Okay. So if A-Chain can go along with Mustard, they should have success running the ball. The Colts against the run are just horrible. They are 31st in the league against the rush, 26 against the pass, and 18 in scoring defense. So if there's a get-right game for them, it should be this game today.
Yeah,
it should be this game today.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know what's happened to that coach defense. I mean, they're just struggling. And when we look at the coach, the offensive line versus the Dolphin defensive line, despite the Dolphins being ranked number 5 in the league, they only have between their defense. Matter of fact, their defensive ends, get this, do not have a sack. Their defensive ends do not have a sack.
Well, we saw last year, they're going down like flies last year, like the New Orleans Saints this year with injuries. That was Dolphins last year. Towards the end, they lost a lot of guys via injury, and of course, Christian Wilkins goes to Las Vegas from last year's team. So yeah, this team is a hot mess. And as far as the coach goes, they lost. I think Forrest Buckner is out for the year.
Right.
A couple of weeks ago, they lost him. So yeah, that's a big loss for their front four as well. So look, I wouldn't be shocked if Miami wins this game because these are two teams that are just kind of like not going anywhere. But still, coach should have this. I wouldn't say easily, but in the bag pretty much.
All right. So you're going with the coach. Jeremy, you're going with the coach also?
Let's say yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the struggle bus trying to get things.
I got the lone wolfing. I'm going with the Dolphins. That's right. The Dolphins, baby. The Dolphins take out the coach today. I'm telling you, the coach can't stop the run. If I'm Miami today, I'm running RPOs. I'm doing quick screen reverses, in arounds. I'm putting stress on this coach defense to stop the run. Then we know what? If they put 8-9 in the box, you got one-on-one on the outside. Now, can Huntley get the ball? Ball is the problem. And I can't believe at one time people actually thought that Huntley was a bona fide starter in this league, could be a franchise quarterback. I kept telling people he ain't Lamar Jackson. But you know, some people, reality says in now. Right. All right, next game. Now, another game of the day. This could have been a primetime game.
Has so many good games so far. So many games. Primetime game we're getting is what? Jets versus Steelers. That's the primetime game. Well, the night game. We got Buccaneers and Ravens on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count the Chargers and Cardinals. I'm not counting that.
Right. All right. So Minnesota, Detroit, NFC North, Black and Blue division. These are not your uncle's Detroit Lions, baby. This is an up-and-coming franchise right now. Everything's looking up for the Lions. I got you, Samuel, already. Samuel got his pick in. Samuel said, Dolphin, I'm going with the Lions. You don't even got to say nothing. I'm going with the Lions. So Samuel doesn't believe in the undefeated Vikings, but that Vikings defense has been absolutely amazing this season. And they have not, because of the way that Sam Darnold got the start he got off to, and his surprising play, which, by the way, I will continue to say, just wait. It's coming. It's coming. Just wait. But with that being said, can Detroit go into Minnesota today and get this victory without Hutchinson? Now, who replaces that productivity for the Lions? I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going with the Vikings to remain undefeated. I'm going with the Vikings in this one.
I agree. I'm going with Vikings to remain undefeated as well. If there was a healthy Hutchinson, maybe more, but I probably still go with Vikings. They are, like you said earlier, their defense has been amazing, man. Brian Flores has put something to that defense that they didn't have last year with Zimmerman. And you can see what he's doing with the Cowboys defense right now. So, yeah, think about that. Flores has got this team rocking and rolling, man. They aren't missing a beat on defense. It looks good. A tough challenge, though. This might be their toughest challenge yet besides the Niners game. The Niners game is still kind of fluky-ish. But if the Vikings can somehow either compete in this game or even win this game, they are a legit threat for sure. And I've been trying to be like you, like, just wait. Wait. The ball is coming. I don't see it right now. So far, so good with the Vikings. Look, their goal is let's get the playoffs, get a home game, and who knows? And right now, they are hitting all cylinders on not just offense, but defense as well. I'm loving the team. Lions, though, they coming with a nasty offense as well. So this might be the biggest test as far as the Vikings defense against an offense. And I think the Lions offense might be better than the Niners offense right now.
Right.
So tough test, but giving the Vikings to win this game, a very close game, but I think a very good game. And this could be potentially the game of the week.
X factor in this game for me, Jamison Williamson. Jamison Williamson could be an X factor in this game for me. Jeremy, what's your thoughts on this one?
I got to go with the Vikings. I got to go with you guys. I think this game is going to be another great game. I mean, we got two, again, that Texans-Packers game.
Yes.
This game, I mean, you got two solid teams, two good quarterbacks, and Sam Darnold, man, you got to be happy for the guy. I mean, to finally get an opportunity to be able to, like, ball out thinking he was just going to be a placeholder for J.J. McCarthy, and what he has done, I don't think any Vikings fan believed in could be where they are right now. And I don't see this train stopping. I mean, you got Sam Darnold, JJ's putting up crazy numbers as usual. Like, it's going to be a tough game, but I think, like you guys said, without Hutch, that changes everything for the Lions right now, especially in a matchup like this.
Yeah, it does, man. And like I said, Sam Darnold on the year, 1,111 yards, 11 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. David Montgomery has been rewarded with a new contract in Detroit. He's leading them on the ground with 6 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, the former Packer, has been a good pickup for the Vikings. 71 carries, 350 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yes.
And don't look, but the X factor that I'm calling today, Jamison Williamson, 365 yards and 3 touchdowns on just 16 catches. So he's a big play waiting to happen. When they selected him, they were patient. They waited for him to get right. The kid has gotten right, and now you team him up with St. Brown, Laporta, Gibbs, Montgomery, and the steady veteran just go out and ball, does his job, Jared Goff, and you got the makers of a 4-1, a really good football team, and this could be a preview. And I'm saying it right now on October the 20th. This could be a preview of the NFC Championship game. I'm just saying it could be.
It could be.
It definitely could be.
I think the Packers might have a lot to say about that between these two teams when it's all said and done in this division. But think about the division though itself. Everyone is above 500, including the Bears.
And the Bears.
I mean, they look good. They're all 4-2 or better. So
all 4 make the playoffs though. What's y'all thoughts? Do y'all think all 4 make the playoffs? I think somebody gonna be over 500 and left out.
Yeah, I see the Bears missing out. If I had to pick out of these 4 teams, I think the Bears miss out at the end. You know, but loving all 4 of these teams and how they're playing, and they're the new AFC North from last year where they had those 4 teams that could have potentially made the playoffs as well. So yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from both these squads, the Lions and the Vikings. It's unfortunate the Lions are going to have to do it without Hutchinson because Sam Darnold has been known to see ghosts, you know?
Right. Basically
saying when Darnold gets smacked up, he's a different quarterback. Well, who better can smack somebody up than Hutchinson, right? And he's not there to do the smacking up. So that's going to probably have Darnold with plenty of pocket room to be free with that football and just throw it and how he wants to throw it. So give me the Vikings to win this game.
All right. So we all are going with the Vikings in this one. Next game, Philly against the Giants. Do we even really have to talk about this game? Should we even talk about it?
We do.
We do need to talk about it.
Is Barkley coming back to his home ground?
Yeah, that's why.
Grounds? That's why we're going to talk about it. But, yeah, I'm going with an upset special. I'm going Giants. Giants going
What?
I'm going Giants. Yes, sir.
No.
I'm going Big Blue with the upset. Big Blue, they ain't gonna look. Barkley will have he's gonna have his moment. He'll get a touchdown in this game because you know the Eagles really want to give him a touchdown. He'll probably get 70 yards rushing, whatever. Give me the Giants though. I feel like the Giants can make the Eagles be the Eagles. The Eagles usually, man, they become standing on offense a lot. And if this game is close in the 4th quarter, I'm going Giants. I think this game will be close in the 4th quarter. I'm going New York. I think they'll put some pressure on Jalen Hurts. Even though his guys are back. Brown is back. Smith is there. Barkley's there. But I'm telling you, the Giants are going to put a hurting on Jalen Hurts, pun intended. And I got the Giants winning this game. I'm going to spoil the return of Saquon Barkley. Give me Big Blue.
Jeremy, your thoughts, then I'll give mine.
No, I'm sorry, Carlo. No. Literally, that's all I can say. I mean, if you just look at it, okay, and again, I know this is one of those. I look at it on paper. How in what universe are no? Eagles win this game. I'm sorry. They're way too strong. That team has been underperforming, I feel like, all season. It's gonna click. This is the game that they're really gonna all of a sudden fix the Giants this year. And if you look at the Eagles and Saquon Barkley coming home, like just so much in this game that leans that way, which also is what makes me want to pause and think, Carlos, you're right and I'm wrong. That the Ravens are going to win and then my Bills get stomped. So now I got to question myself, but I'm still going to go with my heart. I'm going with the Eagles on this one.
All right. Now, here's a quick nugget. Check this out. This is kind of funny. In this contest today, we got the number 10 overall offense going in against. Did you know the Giants were top 10 in defense? They're actually number 10 in total defense. Now, let's reverse it. Eagles defense, a unit that many think is very talented and should be playing better than they are. They're currently ranked 20th in the National Football League. And guess what the Giants offense is? Overall, number 20 also. You can't make this up, man.
You can't make it up. You can't
make this up, man.
You can't make that up.
And with that saying, Saquon going back home, I don't know, Jeremy. Something's missing with this Eagles team. I don't know what it is. Something's missing. I kind of think.
But that's why they're due. It's got to happen at some point. It's got to happen.
I just think that me personally, when I'm still leaning toward now, I think they missed their window. I think they have missed their window of opportunity.
It's called a crazy ass head coach.
Yeah, and it's with that head coach, man. I think it's gonna be time for a change. I think they need a new varsity feeling. I think they're underachieving, and it starts with the head coach. So, believe it or not, Jeremy, going with the Johnson this one too, my brother. So you gonna have to long will this one.
I'm mad at both of you right now. Do I need to go change my survivor pool pick? Y'all making me question myself. I don't like that. Y'all gonna be getting text messages later about how this didn't work out in my favor. I feel like.
Hey, well, that's why you play the game.
That's why they play the game, man. Now this game here, how's it? I don't know. All of the Las Vegas. This team is now the Las Vegas Raiders. They've been the Oakland Raiders. They've been the Los Angeles Raiders. This team has been the Los Angeles Rams and the St. Louis Rams. But they both are back in LA today to go head to head. I don't know who the hell is the home team. It's supposed to be the Rams. But in this contest, you got the Raiders who just traded their best wide receiver, probably their best. Well, I ain't going to say that because they still got Brock Bowers, who, by the way, is just absolutely stud, man.
Wait till the Raiders get Shador Sanders next year.
He is all that he was made to be and
lucky for them because Michael Mayers is out due to personal reasons still. So I don't know what they'd be doing if they didn't have Bowers right now at the tight end spot. Yeah.
So last time these two teams met was in 2022, and the Rams beat the Raiders in Inglewood 17-16. The Raiders are top 15 defense. Matter of fact, they have the number 12 overall defense, offensive-wise. They leave a lot to be desired. They haven't been able to run the ball. They're 17 in passing, and they're one of the least successful scoring teams in the National Football League. In fact, they're number 26. Now, when we go to the Rams, how the mighty have fallen. Remember the Rams when they had Aaron Donald and company. They had the corner who's now in Miami. When they were one of the top defensive units. Rams is gone. Now, all of a sudden, the Rams are ranked 28. They're struggling to stop the run. They're 18 against the pass. And in there, everybody is scoring on them. They are the number 29 scoring defense. So the only people today who care about this is Nine. Shout out to our brother Nine Fiction, host of Real Fan Sports and as NFL terms. He cares about this game. I'm a big McVay fan, but with the injuries they got and they just got a bad defense and they haven't been able to stop anyone all year. Even with Devontae Adams being traded, I think Brock Bowers goes off today. Raiders, give me the Raiders over the Rams today. Raiders 23, Rams 13. I'm getting the scope. That's how confident.
Yo, I'm going Rams, man. This ain't even you talk about survival pools earlier, Jeremy. This is my my lock for week 7.
Ooh.
This is my lock. Rams over the Raiders. Look, I'm sorry. Raiders haven't shown anything. With their quarterback is what's the name? O'Donnell.
Aiden O'Connell.
O'Connell, whatever. I can't even say his name. That's how bad it is. Look, this team ain't going nowhere. The Rams, even without their superstars, receivers, they'll find a way to win this game. I won't say easily, but still. Rams at home, although it might be 60-40 because the Raiders fans do come in clutch in that stadium. So Raiders fans will be live in the Rams stadium in SoFi. But still giving the Rams, although I'm going quarterback versus quarterback. That's all I got to know. Stafford, even with no weapons, versus O'Donnell, I don't care what his name is. This Raiders team's a mess. and as much love and fanfare we gave Pierce last year,
yeah,
he's getting the exact opposite from his team this year, right? So as much love as they gave him, that's our coach. I want to be here now. Adams is gone. Pierce doesn't know how to shut up sometimes, and sometimes you got to do that because when he made that comment about people playing, for what do you say, pretty much for other benefits or whatever, he was talking about Adams because in that particular game, Adams had a lot of alligator catches and he dropped them, and he was saying, people want to play for themselves, and of course, Adams took it personally, because he was going after Adams. But anyways, now you got Max Crosby saying, man, if Adams going to want to go, I want to go too. That's my guy. So anyways, you got a lot of locker room issues going on with the Raiders right now. And maybe Pierce is weeding the bad ones out and bringing his own team in the next couple of years if he's allowed to be the head coach for the next couple of years. Maybe that's it. But right now, I don't see anything of desire for this Raiders team to win this particular match against the Rams. Give me Los Angeles, even though they are banged up and, don't have a good defense, whatever. They're playing against the Raiders.
Jeremy, your thoughts?
Rams. Easy answer for me. Here's the thing. You got Kyron Williams. The dude's a touchdown machine. I don't care the fact that you don't have, the receiving core that the Rams typically do right now. I think you put Williams in that game, that dude can run a buck. He's just a filthy running back this year. So, for me, I'm going Rams. Carlos, I like you again. We're friends again.
All right, so I guess I'm the lone wolf on this one. But let me ask y'all this, Carlos. You brought up a good observation just now about there possibly being bad apples in the locker room that Pierce is going to have to weed out. So they're going to have they need a culture change. The Raiders need a culture change. You believe?
I do believe that. Yeah. Because one thing about Vrabel, he's no longer head coach anymore, but still, Vrabel had the identity of his team. The Titans,
right?
They when your team identifies with his head coach, that team can go places. Dan Campbell, right?
Right.
But the Lions, they identify with Dan Campbell. He's done a great job the last 3 years with that team, right? Pierce wants the same thing for his team. You have to identify with me,
right?
Or want the same things that I want, my same desires, how I want to play. And that's not being a diva. He doesn't like divas.
Gotcha.
And you could tell that. So that comment towards Devontae Adams, and it was towards Adams, I don't care what no one says. He was like, you're playing like a diva. You got all these commercials going on, Taco Bell everywhere, on all these podcasts, and you're talking that talk, man, but I'm seeing these games right now. You don't want to catch that ball in traffic. I'm going to call you out. And that's what he did, man. Called him out. So, I didn't like it because the diva doesn't like being called out.
Right.
You know, and Pierce like, you know what? I want people to come on my bandwagon and want what I want. And we want to win the game, be physical, be hard hitting, and whatever. So I feel like if they allow him to, that's a big if, because today's NFL, you go through 2 or 3 bad, you're out of there. So the Raiders allow him to have his own team, you know, next 2 or 3 years. Then we see, Brock Bowers is a guy that fits Antonio Pierce. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bowers fits that nature, you know, of Pierce, what he wants to do with his team. So that's the start now. Now you're going to get your quarterback next year, Shedeur Sanders, because Tom Brady has just signed. He's now part of ownership with the Raiders.
Went through,
and, Shedeur Sanders is part of TB12. You guys know that.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically the agency of Tom Brady. And Shedeur has worked out with Brady several times, a lot of times, as his mentor. So, yeah, I mean, it's almost like the writing's on the wall. Shedeur Sanders to the Raiders. You get your quarterback, you got your star tight end, and now you bit off of that, get your O-line together, and then that's how you start things off with your foundation, if you're Antonio Pierce, if the Raiders allow him to go that next step. Got
you. Cameron, I don't see your message. Resend your message. All right, fam, the next game up, 3:05. I get to watch Jaden Daniels and the Commanders host the Panthers. I'm going to be quick in this one. I'll be highly disappointed if the Commanders do not come out with a victory against the Panthers in the red BB gun. Andy Dalton. He went from the red rifle after that first start. He's back to being the red BB gun. So I'm going with the Commanders in this one. I don't think it'll be close because they're just struggling to score.
I'm going Commanders as well. But look, give Panthers credit. And sadly, I've been telling folks Bryce Young is just not ready. You saw the difference in this team scoring wise since Dalton's been in the game. They're just a different team on offense per se. Can it keep up with the Washington Commanders? I don't think so. Too much offensive power, too much Jaden Daniels, and his ability to create for himself and expand plays is very Lamar Jackson-esque, and I thought I would never see that again. And here comes Daniels making it look very, very easy. And Panthers don't have that kind of pass rush as well to start the Commanders. Give me the Commanders in this one. I'm going to go with a close game. When I say close game, I think Commanders win by like 10. Gotcha. It won't be a 25-point blowout, maybe, but the Panthers have played much better with Andy Dalton than it has Bryce Young. And that's very unfortunate because we all saw that coming with Bryce Young.
And when you watch Jaden Daniels, it's like it comes to him easy.
Easy, yeah.
It's like you don't see any struggle. Like Thursday night, Bo Nix. When Bo Nix was passed, when you watch Bo Nix, it's frustrating because his feet are unsettling. He has happy feet. Mm-hmm. And he frustrates you because of he's not always technically sound, mm-hmm. and going through the way he goes, his mechanics that he uses. With Jaden Daniels, man, it's just this kid is just smooth, man. He is just smooth. He's laid back. He's calm. That's exactly what it is, a smooth operator. So we both are going with the Commanders in this, and I'm sure Jeremy was here. He would have said he's going trifecta. Without a doubt, there'll be a clean swoop. Won't be no lone wolf on this one. Nah. This one here might be a little different. Super Bowl rematch: Kansas City taking on Frisco, and the Chiefs are the underdogs in this contest. To me, that's motivation for the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs go to Santa Clara and deliver not just a victory. I'm calling a beatdown.
Ooh, beatdown. I'll tell you what. One thing that the Chiefs have had and they continue to have is that defense. That defense has been very under the radar. Even though they won back-to-back Super Bowls, they're still very under the radar. This team has yet, in almost 2 years, have yet to give up any points over 30. Crazy. In almost 2 years. Check it out, I think I'm lying. This team's defense has not given up over 30 points yet in about 2 years.
The Chiefs defense.
Chiefs defense, correct. They have been phenomenal. I think the most they given up at that time was 27. You know, but this team has been dominant on defense, and that carries everywhere you go. Now, that being said, I'm going to go with San Francisco. If there's any, look, here's my thing. Niners, if you can't beat the Chiefs right now, you ain't going to never beat them. You ain't going to never, ever, ever, ever beat this team. And you know what? You might as well beat them right now because you're not going to beat them if you go to another Super Bowl with these guys. You're not. So you're at home. Crowd's in your favor. This has got to be the time the Niners step up. You've got all your guys besides CMC. Everyone's back. Kittle, Debo. You got even the running back, the back of Mason. He's looked pretty good for the Niners. So I'm saying they got their pieces. Ayuk is there. There should be no issue of winning this football game for the Niners because I guarantee you, if you see these boys in the Super Bowl, you're not winning that one. So you might want to win this one right here. So give me San Francisco.
Now, here's a quick note about the Chiefs and the 49ers. Well, the Chiefs are the first team, family, in the Super Bowl era to win 7 straight regular season games while losing the turnover margin. How about that? Yes. And Mahomes is 4-0 against the 49ers with 11 total touchdowns and a 104 passer rating and 339 yards per game in 4 starts against the 49ers. Jets don't lose to the 49ers, man, and I don't see them losing today. I'm going with the Chiefs in this one, and like you say, if the Niners don't beat them today, then win.
Yeah, you ain't never gonna beat them. You ain't never gonna beat them.
Then win. All right. Sunday night game. Go ahead, finish your thought, Carlos.
No, I'm about to say it's almost like everyone on the AFC right now. The Ravens, the Bills, right?
Right.
You can't beat the Chiefs at their worst. You're never going to beat them. And they were, on paper, they weren't good in the playoffs. On paper, the Bills and the Ravens were better. And the Niners were better as well.
Right.
They're all better, and they all lost. They all lost. So when are you going to beat this team? And I don't know. I don't see it. But right now, I'm going with the Niners on that one.
Going Niners on now. Now, let's talk about the Sunday night game. First of all, Carlos, do you agree with Mike Tomlin going with Russell Wilson and sitting?
Phil's down. Yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it because you were winning. That's all that mattered. You were winning. You're 4-2. I would have waited till this game to see how it looked on offense. I get it. I think it's more behind the scenes play of Russell Wilson maybe saying, look, I can't be a starter. What's up with it? Give him my chance. And, I mean, it's Mike Tomlin, though. So he has already proven me wrong for this particular year. Mike, I apologize. I had this team only winning 5 games this year. They're already before. So here's my thing. I don't agree with it, but it can still be necessary because you want more juice in that offense in the passing game. Russell Wilson does have the better juice, but my thing is, you were winning. That's all I care about is winning. I get it. Right. Russell Wilson might be the better quote-unquote quarterback, but until Fields just collapses and just looks god-awful, keep Fields in that game. He's young. He's having success winning-wise. He's giving you
off his best game.
Yeah, he's giving you he gave you what 70-some yards rushing maybe and a touchdown and 150 yards passing and whatever. But they won though. They're winning. My only issue is Russell Wilson coming to the game and sticking the joint up, just stinking it up. You know,
just take it. Short leash. I'm sure he's gonna have a short leash with him.
Short leash. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Real short leash with him.
In this game, I'm going to New York. I was going to New York even with Justin Fields. I was going to New York even with Fields playing, but now I feel a lot more confident the Jets win this game. Wilson is just not that guy as he was 3-4 years ago. He just hasn't been that guy. He's always shaking the pocket. Now, I'll tell you what, though, the Steelers have a really good O-line that can kind of protect Wilson. And like I said, he is the better thrower of the two. And Pickens is very happy about that. You know him. He's the one that kind of said that Wilson was starting.
Right.
Because he's very excited because he feels like Russell Wilson is the better thrower for his opportunities at touchdowns or catches. So yeah, giving the Jets though that defense against. I mean, it's a bad defense to come into already, right? You got Sauce Gardner, Reed on the outside, and those boys. So it's already tough on the outside as it is. Good luck, Russell Wilson. I'm going with the Jets.
Yeah, but on the other side, the Jets team, that's an underachieving team. The Jets are an underachieving team.
I agree.
Even though they go out and get Devontae Adams, I still don't think that's going to solve the problems that they have.
And I agree with you.
And once again, a franchise has allowed Aaron Rodgers to run the asylum, and they go seek what they go seek the rewards of it. But
it's very eerily similar to LeBron James and the Lakers.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, dude, you got us one championship in the bubble. Why are we giving up so much for you? What have you done besides that bubble championship? What have you done for our franchise? Nothing. Pretty much, but we're locked to his saying his words like the Jets are with Aaron Rodgers. It's like, what have you done? You've won one Super Bowl your whole entire career. You are a great quarterback. We get that. But what have you actually done to get our attention? You're not Tom Brady. Just keep that real.
Yeah.
Tom Brady demanded the attention. No. Rings to show.
Right.
He has one ring in 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The Jets are just they're one of them right now. You have not one of the most disappointing teams with all the expectations for them. Rodgers coming back, defense. They are the most disappointing team to me so far in the 2024 season. We're talking here, the Jets are sitting here right now with a 2-4 record. 2-4, and Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt. He's been there for all 6 of them, and they're 2-4. And tonight they go to 2-5 because they ain't beating the Steelers. Steelers beat the Jets tonight and push them to 2-5. Then the pressure of New York finally starts to get to Aaron Rodgers. Hey, dude, you not being the leader, you not doing what we bought you here to do.
He's not himself anymore. It's
not
the same A-Rod of 6-7 years ago. No.
Yeah, it's over with. So Carlos going with the Jets. I'm going with the Steelers. All right, next game. First Monday night game, Ravens Buccaneers. Let me just say this. If Baker Mayfield throws 3 interceptions in the quarter against the Ravens, there ain't no damn way they coming back and win that game. It's all over. With that being said, the Bucs at home. I'm going with the Ravens because listen, you got two players right now who are on pace to rush for 1,000 yards, and that's your quarterback and your running back. Young Zay Flowers, Andrews at tight end, and I'm talking about Andrews, but Likely, I love Likely.
Me too.
I'm taking the Ravens in this one.
I'm going Ravens too, and it doesn't help that Mike Evans might be out this game as well with an injury, a hamstring injury, so he might be out for this game. If he's out, that's a done deal in my opinion, because the Buccaneers are not going to run on the Ravens against the Saints. They're not going to do that. So
right.
Give me the Ravens in
this week.
No, they're not. Nah. I'm going Ravens, and I'm going Ravens blowout.
Yeah, I'm kind of leading that way with you. I see it being like a 29-13 game, something like that, in favor of the Ravens. Not that thing they go ground and pound them, man. All right, in the final game Monday night. The Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. This one will be on ESPN Plus. Arizona laid last week after the previous week defeating the 49ers. They laid an absolute egg last week in Lambeau against Green Bay. I think they bounce back this week and get the victory at home over the Chargers. I'm going Arizona 23, Chargers 19.
I like that score. I'm going Chargers, and I'm pretty much leaning toward the same kind of score. I think it's low 20s each team. I'm gonna go with Chargers 21-20 over the Cardinals. Look, the Cardinals, as much praise I gave them last year for being competitive, that has not been the case this year. They have not been. They lost. They have been mollywopped, man, and they struggled. And Kyler Murray, the 2 wins he got, and you're like, oh, that's the Murray that we know about. Let's go.
Right.
And the loss, like, oh, that's why he's had his struggles. Because he this for some reason is outside of his body. He just
Up and down.
Yeah, up and down.
Consistency. It's about consistency.
Consistency. Yeah, you're right. Now, the Chargers, they know who they are. Jim Harbaugh ain't playing no games. He knows who his team is, and I like the fact that he has expressed the identity. Think about it. In 6 games, Herbert has only thrown for over 200 yards once. You know what I'm saying? Just one time in 6 games, he's thrown for over 200 yards. Or 5 games. I think they already had about,
Right.
So 5 games. He's only thrown for over 200 yards one time. The rest have been under 200 because they've been running that football with J.K. Dobbins. Right. They've been running and grinding and pounding. And, it's to say, hey, you're a great quarterback. We really want you just to 3rd and 3 converted. Right. 3rd and 4 converted.
Converted, right.
That's all we're asking for from you in this offense is convert 3rd and intermediate or 3rd and shorts. That's all we want. All that trying to go for the juggernaut, throwing 45 times a game. No, Jim Harbaugh ain't playing that. He's old school, and right now he's standing on business about his team.
Gotcha.
We play run, we play a great defense, and we run that football, and that's what we've been doing. And I think they'll do just enough to beat this Cardinals team, but wouldn't be shocked if this is a game of the Cardinals say, you know what, let's stop playing around, let's do our thing. Because we've seen Murray, like you said, just so inconsistent against the 49ers. He was amazing against the Niners.
Off the chain.
Then they go to the Packers and looks like God awful. What are you doing? So
what team shows up?
That's right. I'm going Chargers though, because I think they know who they are and they embody their head coach. I like this Chargers team.
All right, family. Look, we want to thank y'all for joining us for this week's As the NFL Turns. We will be back next week. Carlos is back. PJ is back. PJ,
what it do?
PJ, what's your game? What's your lock of the day? We need PJ's lock of the day. What's PJ's lock of the day? PJ, what's your lock of the day?
What's your lock of the day? It's right here. Look at it. She said them bum Dolphins go with the Colts.
So you heard. She said the lock is the coach. She said go with the Colts and not the Dolphins. Family. We want to thank I almost forgot. I can't do it like this. I can't get out here without doing it. I almost forgot. Y'all know what time it is. All right, it's time for the straight baller of the day, baby. I'm going in the black and blue division. Detroit against Minnesota. It ain't going to be Justin Jefferson. It ain't going to be that quarterback who y'all would not name. But listen, man, shout out to him because he's balling his ass off. I do think the Vikings win today. But my straight baller of the day to go off in this game today is a running back. And I ain't talking about the one that just got paid. I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions as my straight baller of the day.
Hey, I would take that, and I wrote the running back as well, but I'm going with the Washington Commanders running back, Austin Eckler. That's right, you heard it right here. Austin Eckler against the Carolina Panthers is going to have a crazy day on the ground and receiving as well. I'm going with Austin Eckler. Give me a touchdown. Give me a total of 135 yards altogether. I'm going with Austin Eckler as my straight baller
of the day. Listen, family, thank y'all for joining us on behalf of Carlos, PJ, and myself and Jeremy and the entire crew. Thank you for joining us for As the NFL Turns. We'll see each and every single one of you next Sunday. Remember, turn down the sound on your TV and follow Carlos for his Red Zone. He does a great job, family. With that being said, we out.
Bye.